Welcome back to the Museum of Aquarium and Pet History. Okay, so last week I talked to you about fishbowl stands and some of the repairs that were made by our credible metalsmith Rick Gordon. This week we're going to talk about paper products that were restored by Lynn, our amazing paper artist, paint, everything. She does everything that has to do with paint or with paper and that kind of thing. All these things I'm going to show you were in a barn, some of them as old as 1950s, mostly 1960s, 1970s. There was mold, there was mice, there was rats, there was everything. So these had to be cleaned, and it's just amazing when you look at them. You know, I mean, this one has so much rust in the back part kind of broke off, but these were from the 70s, so these are 50 years old. They have the little original stamp. When you bought a Wunderbar Flake Food from Wardley's, which has, I think it must be one of the daughters of the owner, with some fish. She's behind the fish tank, and there's fish there in the front. But you can get a stamp album, and each little container had a fish stamp, which was kind of cool actually. And this is one of the big containers, and we had a case of these big containers that we actually had sent to some friends of ours, just as gifts. And there's even a badge. Buy a Wunderbar World of Water aquarium from Wardley's. It's got a lot of rust on it, but it's kind of cool. It's a badge that came with it when you bought this little point of purchase display for your counter if you were a pet shop. So that is that one that Lynn restored. Another one, well, point of purchase, is Longlife. And I've never seen a Longlife display like this. It's this old. It's got all kinds of fish on the side and fish on the back, including it looks like a cardinal tetra. And it's got some wormholes right here. Those can be fixed, it just takes more time. And then this is Salmon Egg Meal. And this is from the 1960s from Longlife. At this point in time, Longlife is a division of Sternco, so it was bought out by Hart's Mountain. Originally, Longlife was started by a hobbyist. So that is the Longlife POP, or point of purchase display. Then we've got Miracle Products, which I believe was Axelrod's company. This was from 1969, the Hubbla-Bubbla Aerating Filter. I love the name, Hubbla-Bubba. And these were really wet. These had a lot of problems. In fact, some of them, the backs were so destroyed, we actually had to make artwork or film the front, photograph the front, and actually print it out to make a back for them. But you can see like some of the damage over here. Again, it takes her a long time to go through with different types of products. It's not just one product. She has to use all different kinds of things. What you do is you start out with the thing that's going to do the least damage, and you kind of build up from there. With the most critical thing that you can use is bleach. But bleach is really problematic, and you can take out the ink with bleach. So you've got to be very careful using bleach, although it can get stains off. Aqua-Stock breeding trap and Addlife breeding trap. We love finding Aquarium Stock Company products. I mean, because the company was both in New York and in Los Angeles. I used to sell the Los Angeles store reptiles back in the late 70s when I had a live reptile company. So I remember them really well. The neon sign they had, I would give my eye teeth for, because they had the most beautiful neon sign I've ever seen for an aquarium shop. And these things are full of like spider webs and all kinds of stuff. You have to be so careful. I don't want Lynn getting bit by a black widow. But you can see the water stains. But it's got, here it is, it's got the little metal clips. It's got patented, made in the USA. Can you believe it? Made in the United States. It's got the little, it's got the little doors, the breeding trap thing down there. It's very, very cool. I like this little thing. Okay, so that's that one. What else do we have? Lambert K. Who would think that a dog company famous for linatone for dogs would make aquarium salt? But Lambert K did, believe it or not, in the late 60s, out of Los Angeles, is where Lambert K was based. They made Marine Magic crystals. I don't know who in the company decided that that was a good pivot for them to go from dog products right into marine products, because that just didn't make any sense to me. So there was that. Two more really quick. Wil-Nes Vanguard silent power. I mean, look at this. This is like, although this is 1950s, late 50s, early 60s, it looks atomic. It looks 1940s to me. And it's a great package. So this is a point of purchase package for a single item, which was rare. You seldom found a point of purchase for a single item. But Wil-Nes they were amazing advertisers, so that's why they did that. And I just want to show you this. This was really trash. This was 37 cents Kellogg's Canary seed, and it was like torn, just torn to pieces. And Lynn put it back together, and then she wrapped it in cellophane so it'll have another life, even though it's badly damaged. So pretty cool. And that's why we love Lynn so much. She's an amazing restorer that's put together and fixed and saved all these items. And we have thousands more for her, so she'll be busy for the rest of her life. But we need somebody else that she can train to come up after her, okay? So that's all we have for today. Again, I'll see you folks next week. Take care.